Yo, what's going on, guys? Different type of video this week. Decided to do a tier list because I saw a lot of people were doing those, and I kind of just haven't had much time to, make a video. I just got back from vacation, was out with the wife for about a week. But yeah, like I said, saw these tier lists popping up on Twitter and some other places. I think some people did some on YouTube or whatever. So I said, hey, that's a good idea. I think I might start doing these whenever I see them pop up. I don't really be jumping on trends, and I really should. Pretty quick content to make a tier list video or something like this. So while I'm not playing the new Destiny season that just came out, I'll be doing stuff like this, in the meantime between videos. But I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this tier list. It's Jump, Shonen Jump, and Jump Plus tier lists. I'm gonna rate each series that they have on this tier list. I didn't make the tier list, and I'm gonna the ones that I like or feel like giving a description on. I'll say what they're about for people who don't know or whatever. But yeah, I'll just go ahead and jump into it. First one up, Akane Banashi. So these I'll throw them up somewhere, and I might reorganize them near the end to see how I feel. Probably put them in a better order, but I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So Akane Banashi, it's a Jump series. I'll go ahead and start it at A for now. It's different. It's not a battle series. It's Rakugo, which is a art form. It's pretty popular. A lot of people are really loving it, and I found it enjoyable. I'm behind though. I've only read the first like 50 chapters, but I read it for like a stream or something. But I'm gonna come back to it. It was really good when I read it. It wasn't bad at all. I would recommend it. Akayashi Triangle, I'm gonna go ahead and say D tier because that is just for the horny bros. I don't read it. I read some of it, and so it's not, I can't put it in haven't read, but didn't really care for it. One of those. Beaten Motion, I'm gonna put in D for now. I read some of it, but I'm behind, and it was cool when I was reading it. Didn't really care. So excuse me, Black Clover. Yeah, I am gonna say C for now. Not my favorite. Argue in the comments if you want. Say, it should be higher or lower. That's up to you. Actually, I am gonna go ahead and put this in butt cheeks. Because to hell with that series. Let's see, Blooming Love. Yeah. Also, yeah. I just don't care about Black Clover, and now that it's out of the magazine, that's one less thing for me to hear people talk about. So I'm cool with that. Haven't enjoyed the final arc like at all, but anyway, Blooming Love. I'll put in B for now. It's a really good rom com. Is it comedy? I can't remember. There's a little comedy, but romance series about this guy and girl who they start dating pretty early. She's like she makes drums with her dad, and he's an artist, and they both hit it off, and they're like dating or whatever, and it's cool. It's nice. Blue Box, I guess I can say haven't read. I read like the first chapter or the one shot when it first came out, and didn't care. Excuse me for the cough. I have to clear my throat probably a lot. No, this isn't World Trigger. I'm stupid. This is Blue Exorcist. I will put it in C for now. I've watched the anime like first season and a half, and then I read like 15 or so chapters. I want to come back to it. I just haven't had time. I'm lazy as hell, but I feel like C is fair for that. Boruto. Man, I'm gonna have to put C also. It might. I don't know. I feel like Boruto doesn't. It's not as bad as people say it is, but I also don't think it's good. I don't think it's great. It's like cool. It's whatever. It's a continuation to Naruto, and I grew up on Naruto. But the fourth Hokage one shot that came out the other day was better. it brought feelings to me that I haven't felt reading Boruto like the whole time. Okay, so Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man I've read since probably chapter 40. You know what it is. It's a guy, he's a superhero, but Chainsaw Man, not Superman, but he rips a chainsaw, he's horny. I want to say A for now. The current arc is a bit slower. If it were part one, I'd probably put it in S tier immediately, but I might end up moving it up to S tier. But part two so far, I'd say is pretty good, settling in A tier. Chojin X, I will go ahead and put in S tier because that is IMO, one of the best ongoing manga right now by Sui Ishida. It's very good. If you like Tokyo Ghoul, you should really fuck with this. It is very good. He's on his own schedule now. He's not like doing a weekly magazine, so he drops these chapters whenever he wants, and they are just mind blowing. If you haven't started this for some reason, you need to go ahead and do it. It's two guys start off the story as normal kids. One of them is kind of like the go-getter, the hard worker, and the other one kind of just follows in the other guy's shadow, and they both become superheroes, and kind of roles kind of reverse a little bit, but like they get injected with this like superpower serum, and there's a lot of like superpowered people in the world, and there's just a whole bunch of stuff going on. You should really read it. Highly recommend. Wow, really just forgot the name of this. It's like Code Academics something. I want to say Code Breaker, but I know that's not it. Code Cipher or something like that. I'm gonna go ahead and so I've read like a chapter, but that's not enough. I think I'll put that in haven't read. But I know the translator, the official English translator, like gave up because it was like too difficult, and they got a new guy. Dandadan, I think I'm gonna put that in A for now. Also, I would have put that in probably S tier as far as enjoyment. But boy likes aliens, girl likes ghosts. They both don't believe the other one exists. They both find out that they were wrong. Both exist, and they go on a wacky kind of monster Mythbusters type of deal. Also, he gets his dick stolen, and he gains superpowers, and she gets psychic powers. So it's really good. I think the last arc went on for a while. I have to see how they carry on from this arc that just finished, but it's really enjoyable. One of my favorite series. It really probably for me should go in S, but it's been a bit. Fuck it, I'll put it in S. It's going in S, baby. I think Demon Lord Exchange, haven't read that. Diamond in the Rough, I'm gonna say B, because it's good, but it's not great. But it's also getting like canceled. Like they announced that they are in the final arc like 2 months ago, so like we know it's ending. But I'm behind on it. I read like 50 or so chapters, but it's kind of like Witch Hat Atelier, where like the kid is trying to save his family. They got petrified, and he like kind of joins this world's magic system's magical order or whatever. So he gains the powers of like gems, and he's trying to become what in their world they call the Diamond in the Rough, which is like the avatar of gemstones and stuff. It's really cool. It just never really took off or whatever. It's a Jump Plus series. Do retry or do retry. I'm gonna go ahead and say Butt Cheeks. It had a lot of potential at first, and then like 6 chapters in or 3 chapters in, they came out with this dude who was just omega buff. He had one buff arm, and it was like when Quagmire first discovered internet porn. And it's a boxing series, but like dude is the main character has his whole, every main character for a lot of stories these days has like their thing where it's like, my ninja way is not giving up, or Black Clover, my magic is, blah blah blah, and this is his thing is I can't lose because I got a strong heart. But like it works, but some of the characters are cringe, and then they added like buff one arm boxing dude, and it was kind of weird, and I just was like, nah, I don't care. Dragon Ball, y'all gonna hate me. I'm gonna put it in D for now. I wanted to put it in Butt Cheeks just because I have not cared about Dragon Ball since I was like 10. I get it. It's iconic. It's legendary. We wouldn't be here without Dragon Ball, but I don't care. It's 2023, and it's my tier list. And Dragon Ball just doesn't move me the same way Boruto and Black Clover don't move me, but I will let it rest in D for now. Even if you slit my mouth, I will say probably A tier for now. It's a really good rom-com series where the main character is Kuchisaki Onna, which is the slit mouth woman, and she is dying in this world. Urban legends and things like that, they live, and becomes their life force is replenished by like people knowing them and spreading their legends, and her legend is like dying, so she's dying. But this guy, I forget what he is, this like shaman family has like powerful words, so if he speaks her into existence, basically it gives her like a big chunk of life force and keeps her around. And he wants her to marry him, and she doesn't want to marry him. And so they made a bet where it's like, if I scare you in a year, if I scare you within a year, then you have to just, make me live forever. And if she doesn't scare him, then, if he makes her fall in love, then she marries him, obviously. It's cool. It's really good. I'm behind on it too. I feel like this one is probably ending soon, and I want it to get an anime. But yeah, that's something I recommend reading if you're into the rom-coms. Fabricant 100, man, I was really rocking with this. Probably up until about 27 or so. I forget. It's got like 20. No, that's stupid because it's like 20. I want to say it's like 22 chapters right now. So I just made up a number. We're gonna put it in C for now. I felt like it had a lot of potential. But after probably about 20, the writing was really on the wall. I think it could have gone far, but they introduced the power system a little too late, I think, and just had the main character kind of doing some goofy stuff. Ghost Hunter Girl, haven't read. I started reading like chapter 1, and then I saw some weird kind of weird stuff with adults and children. I think I may be misremembering that, but I stopped reading it. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it's butt cheeks because maybe it's good, but it's on like an infinite hiatus, so who knows. Ghostbuster Osamu, oh boy, this almost made it in S tier, but I'm gonna put it in B. It's really good. If you're into shippers, like romance ships, this main character is a exorcist who also loves her favorite like manga and universe, and she's like a shipper. She's in the shipper community. And man, explaining these takes a while, so I'll kind of speed through these. But she's big into shipping, and she exercises ghosts or whatever. It's hilarious. It's one of my favorite stories. It's ending like next week. I would say check it out. Jump Plus, obviously, because of the tier list. It's really good. Handsome Must Die. Have not read it. Want to get to it, but haven't read it at all, so I don't know. Heart Gear. I think I might put that in S. Because Heart Gear is really good. I think it's the same mangaka as Black Torch, which I haven't read, but I heard it was good. But the only problem with this is it's also infinitely in hiatus. Like the guy took like a 2-year break and then came back for like 5 chapters and then went on hiatus again. But the art is incredible. It's one of my favorite types of stories where it's like the end of the world or some post-apocalyptic setting, and like the kids are traveling this like new world that they weren't raised in and stuff like that. So she's traveling the world trying to find a heaven location with this guy, and he's a robot, and he's like her bodyguard, and it's really cool. His fights are badass as fuck. Really good series. I would recommend it to anyone, especially if you like cool ass art and fucking dope fights. Hokkaido Gals, I'll put in D for now because I heard it becomes a train wreck worthy of butt cheeks or worse. But I've only read like the first 5 or 6 chapters, and I kind of enjoyed it. But it was okay. Icehead Gill, I guess I gotta put it in butt cheeks. Butt cheeks, but it has potential to be like B or A, because it's a story about like this Viking kid, and there's liches and I guess werewolves and all kinds of other like monsters and stuff, kind of like that one series Red Hood, but I just don't feel like it's really taking advantage of its potential very well. That could change. This might go somewhere different soon. Jiangxi X, I'll put in D tier. Chinese martial arts, ninja stuff was cool, but for some reason it just isn't keeping my attention. I might come back to it. I'm like 20 or 23 chapters in, and it just wasn't doing it for me. But it was cool, really cool concept, cool characters. I don't know what it was. It just wasn't holding me. I forget. Jin Ryuku, Blight of Man. I'm going to say for now butt cheeks, which is probably unfair because I've only read like 3 or 4 chapters, but I just felt like it was just edgy BS, and it just wasn't doing it for me. JJK, okay, so obviously gonna go in S tier. Whether you like what's going on or not, I have loved this series from start to finish. I am enjoying the current arc, and I am looking forward to what comes next. It's not having any moments that come to mind that make me want to drop it to A tier like I did with Chainsaw Man, but like it's really good, and the Shibuya arc that's about to air is going to be some of the best shit that's ever been on television. Kaiju 8. I'm going to say butt cheeks, which probably might be the craziest thing to most people, but Kaiju 8 just doesn't do it for me, man. Like, the stakes and stuff are not there. Like, I get it, death isn't everything, but like, don't tell the characters like chapter 2 or whatever. Like, main character joins this job where monsters are, you know, killing people every day, and they're telling him like, don't become attached to anyone, don't be friends with anyone because your best friend might be dead tomorrow, and nobody ever dies. Like, somebody kind of dies like 30 or 40 chapters in, but they're also kind of like inside the bad guy. So it's not like, are they really dead? Are they going to come back? I don't know. I haven't read it in a few months. It probably got better. But for me, Kaiju just wasn't doing it, and it had a lot of potential. The main character is like 32 years old, so I can relate to the guy. But it just wasn't doing it for me. Kill Blue, I haven't read enough to have an opinion. I think it's like Sakamoto Days, but like age reversal. Like, main character's an assassin, something happens, his age gets fucking turned to a kid, and now he's going to school for some reason. Kindergarten Wars, I'll put an S. I feel like if I put Kindergarten Wars up here, people are gonna beat my ass if I don't have Chainsaw Man up, so I'll probably put Chainsaw Man up too. But Kindergarten Wars is really good. World's They are bodyguards at the world's most safe kindergarten. Ex-assassins and hitmen and stuff. They take on this job at a kindergarten to lighten their sentence so that they can be free sooner. And it's a bunch of crazy hijinks. It's like Sakamoto Days kinda, but the art isn't as good, but it's funny as hell, and it's really doing good. Like, it was an indie series for like 30 or 40 chapters, and it was busting out like 30 million views, like, without being available on Manga Plus. It just became available for people to read, and it's still just going crazy. It's one of the, you might have not heard about it, but this is actually one of the most popular stories out, probably on this list. Like, it's probably top 10. Well, I forget, Shonen Jump stuff is in here, but even with Shonen Jump, I feel like this might actually be like top 10, like, as far as popularity. It's really good. You should read this. Magie Lumiere. It's a magical girl plus tech series. Main character joins a magical girl agency, and it's really cool. I will say B tier for now. Really like the characters. The main character is a girl, and she joins this magical girl agency that's a bit different from all the other ones. And her boss is a guy that wears a dress. He looks cool and funny. Make the Exorcist Fall in Love. Boom. S tier. Top tier. Just as good as any of these other ones up here. This one has the crime of having a name that makes people think it's not dope as fuck. Make the Exorcist Fall in Love. People hear that and they go, nah, I'm not reading that shit. Rom-com. You know, your meathead bros are not reading this. But I will probably edit some cool ass art over the screen for this segment, because this series is crazy, man. This exorcism, just real deal exorcism. The holiest soldier of God is sent to destroy Satan. This dude is just busting ass, and he's like 11. If you like action and fire ass art and exorcism stories because you read Jump like a meathead boy guy, you will like this series. It's really good. One of the best out. It's like bi-weekly in Jump Plus on Manga Plus. Mayor's Toxin. I feel like I'm going to say this a couple times. It's another series that kind of reminds me of Sakamoto Days. Really good. It's got romance. It's more romance to it than Sakamoto Days, but a lot of crazy action. Assassin clans. A lot of clan stuff going on. There's a bunch of like assassin families, like main characters from the Poison Clan, and then there's a Beast Clan and a Wind Clan, and he's trying to find a woman to marry, but he doesn't want like an arranged marriage, but he's trying to marry someone so that his clan can continue going without his grandmother forcing his sister to marry someone in his place, because he couldn't find anyone. And so he befriends a marriage swindler, and they kind of like try to find him love. It's really good, man. It's top tier. If you haven't heard of these two and you read like Jump or Jump Plus or have the Manga Plus app, then you are tripping. You need to open that shit up and read these both right now. Martial Master Asumi, I believe. It's by the guy who made the Sumo series. I'm gonna say haven't read because I don't wanna say like I want to put it in like C or B just off of like what I've heard. I know it's probably good. I'm gonna read it because this one from the newest batch is the one I'm most excited for. Probably I just haven't had time to read it. But mixed martial arts in Jump. Main character, cool dude. Chick looks cool. She's got a shark tooth or whatever. I like those. So yeah, I'm going to read this. It'll probably be like between C and A. Me and My Gangster Neighbor, I'll put it in D. It's cool. The kids, like, parents are gone on vacation or something, and he's got a gangster Yakuza neighbor upstairs who likes playing stuff like Super Smash Brothers, and his favorite characters are like Kirby and Jigglypuff. So he's into stuff that like he can't talk about at work, and the kid finds out, and they become friends or whatever. It's cool, but it's nothing that you need to peep. Me and Robico, I'll put it in butt cheeks. I love the volume covers, but don't care for Robico. Yeah, I don't care. I'm surprised when One Piece ends, like we got a lot of these stories ending like soon, and Robico is about to be like the second or third oldest thing in Jump once like JJK and My Hero ends and stuff. It's gonna be crazy. I forget what this is called, like Mira Jane and the bathtub sea slug lady. I haven't read enough. It's another romance. First chapter was cool, but I feel like it might not be for me. I don't know. Mission Yozakura family. I'll go ahead and put in B. Spy family type thing. Not Spy X family or Spy family, but it's a family of spies, and the kid gets married in chapter 1 to his childhood friend. And they become, bad. Well, he becomes a badass spy. It's really good. It's getting an anime, like I think next season or in 2 seasons. You should peep. My girlfriend gives me goosebumps. I'll put it in C for now. It's enjoyable. I'm only like 5 or 6 chapters in. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's doing some pretty unique stuff, I think, with the main character kind of like looking for a thrill, and the girl being like very creepy but also like very loving, and she likes the guy, and he likes that she's creepy as hell because his life, I guess, was boring before. I forgot what the whole deal is, but yeah, that's cool. You should peep that. My Hero, wow. So about a year or 2 ago, I probably would have had this in butt cheeks. I mean S tier. But My Hero is in the last year, I've just not cared. The things that have happened in 2023 have been really cool. I like seeing Inasa come back and Gentle, and I like seeing All Might do his thing in the robot suit. That's just dope. But overall, My Hero, I think, has dropped from where I would have put at S to probably about B. Still good, but I just don't care. And Horikoshi needs to take some breaks because Buddy is dropping 8-page chapters. New Age Exorcist, I'm going to say butt cheeks because I tried to give it a shot and it just wasn't for me. It was stupid. One Piece, oh yeah, I forgot One Piece is in here. We're doing Jump, baby. S tier. Nothing else to need to be said. Oshinoko, I will put in B. A lot of people probably are putting this in S. Probably because it's riding off the hype of Kaguya-sama, or they just love the author, or maybe they really like the work. It's got an anime too, so it's pretty popular. I haven't read it since about chapter 80 or 90, so I heard some interesting things recently, but I liked it because it was a revenge story, and that's I like revenge stories, so I'll put it in B for now. I gotta come back to it. I think this is called Top Cat Ramen. I read like the first 2 chapters. Didn't care enough. Kind of just forgot. It just came out like 2 weeks ago. Most people probably don't know what the hell it is, but I at least read it. I read like 2 chapters. A chick, she gets a job at a ramen shop, finds out that it's run by cats. It's probably pretty funny, and I will go back and check it out because, I mean, it's a comedy, and it's not like super stupid. I gotta check it out. There's a tiger. Yeah, there's a tiger. Like there was an angry like customer, and the tiger came out, was like, "Yo, you got a problem, son?" And he scared the guy away, and then the tiger was actually like a scaredy cat deep down. He's like, that was so hard for me. But anyway, read 1 or 2 chapters. That's not enough to really form an opinion. I forget what this is called. Romantic Disaster or something. It's got an anime. Haven't read it. Don't care. Ron Kamanahoshi, Deranged Detective. The names are not on these, so I don't remember some of the names. But this is cool. I've only read a few chapters. It's getting an anime. I think it's the Beelzebub guy. If you like detective stuff, check it out. It's pretty interesting. I'm not very far. Ruri Dragon. I will put an A just because of like the amount of like hype and talk around it there is. I liked it. I'm not like only putting it up there because of like everyone else liking it. I liked it. It became such a sensation after the mangaka got sick. I mean, it was already blowing up, but like just people want this back and bad. I want it back. It's really good. The girl starts learning that she's a dragon. Her dad was a dragon, and she's living with her everyday dragon quirks. Check it out. Sakamoto Days, S tier. Big money, fat stacks, cash and checks. This guy, he's just like me. He's an assassin. He took a break because he got married, and his wife was like, "You got to stop killing people. Let's open up a grocery store." That literally me. Never met a character that reminded me more of myself. Yeah, he's badass, and there is amazing art. If you like JJK or any other series with like amazing like choreographed fights and you haven't read Sakamoto Days, then you haven't seen fights, because this is the series for choreography and fights. Sakamoto Days is it. Go read it right now. You can stop the video. I don't care. Go read this right now if you haven't for some reason. Saichi's Records. Okay. This is the tip of S. Saichi is the savior of mankind. And this position will not change. Some of these may change. This will not change. This little girl is the hero. The devil right here and the angel. It's kind of like Record of Ragnarok, where like every 100,000 years or whatever, like God is like, okay, it's time to decide what we do with Earth, and whether we let the humans live again or if we destroy them and curse them to eternal damnation. And these two were sent to Earth to monitor one human to see whether or not the Earth deserves to be, to go on for another million years or whatever. And everything that she does, they either give her a point or deduct a point. So they're like trying to get her to like do her homework. And if she does her homework, they'll give her a point. But if she like doesn't do her homework and instead just stays up late and plays video games all night, they're taking points. So it's really funny. This shit is like the best, better than everything else on here. I'm only gonna continue this because I have to. But if I could, I would just stop. Saichi just won. Saichi is the hero that we need. If Saichi doesn't exist, I don't exist. Read it. There's only like 4 chapters. Awari no Seraph for the end. I'll say C. I've only watched the anime. I kind of wanted to read the manga, but I just didn't. But I'll get to it one day. It was cool. This is a manga tier list, but whatever. This is Service Wars. For a comedy, this is really good. I would check it out if I were you. Dude cannot give poor customer service. He serves all those terrible customers at restaurants who complain about things like flies in their soup and the AC doesn't work in the building and all kinds of stuff. And he is just a man. He will make them satisfied with the service. No matter what, they will leave satisfied, and it's hilarious. He serves like I think a bear comes into the restaurant and he hooks them up. Like, this guy's the elite server. Read it. Shibitarian. I will put that in A. It is a creepy kind of horror series. It's not really scary, but dude, there's this kid who nobody else notices, and the main character notices him, and they're friends, but nobody else really fucks with either of them. And the one dude's like, what if we just kill everybody in school? And he's like, get away from me, man. And then 10 years or 3 years later, the kid starts putting that plan into action to like kill everybody. And it's crazy. You should read it. Shibitarian. A couple people made videos on it, and I'll probably make a video. Some of these are definitely getting videos from me soon, but Shibitarian is one of them. It's really good. It's like 7 or 8 chapters out now. You should peep. I forget what this is called, but I think it's by the guys who made Death Note. It's a comedy series. Haven't read it, but it's probably good. It's Shoten Shohai or something like that. I know what it is. I'm in there, baby. I'm locked in. Skeleton Double. Really good series. It takes a while to kind of heat up though. Like, I mean, not a while for real. Like, it's not bad, but it just doesn't like really give itself a place for a while. But right now, I think the last like 7 or 8 chapters have been really good. I'm not gonna put it in A. I'll put it in B for now because it's like good. It's not incredible, but it's better than some stuff. And the last couple of chapters have moved me, man. I've been feeling it. It's really good. And this is a Invisible Man battle series. So people turn invisible and they get these exoskeletons that give them different psychic abilities. Like they have unique blood, and one person's blood, if like the blood gets on you, it'll twist your limbs and like it'll just twist you to pieces and stuff. It's crazy. Spy Family, it's Spy Family, whatever. I'll put it in C because I'm not caught up, but I read like 70 or 80 chapters, and I heard they still haven't kissed. And I mean, I don't really care for that. I mean, it's a cute series, but like, come on, yo. It's time for y'all to do something, baby. Snake S. This series I would put in B. It kind of reminds me of Chainsaw Man, but it was like, it was out while Chainsaw Man wasn't, and then when Chainsaw Man came back, the author literally like got sick and was like, "I'll be right back, y'all," and he hasn't been back since Chainsaw Man Part 2 started, and I don't know if it's got something to do with Chainsaw Man or we're really sick. These manga need to start like at least drawing doodles or dropping a message or something saying like, "Hey, bro, I'm still alive," because like I need to know if dude's still alive. I want to know. But yeah, Stage S was really good. Kid meets a god snake that gives him powers, and he wants him to fight the other bad god snake. So really good shit. This is damn, I forgot. It's something Stand for Salvation. I put it in D. Didn't care. It was a comedy. Didn't really care. Tenmaku Circus. Wow. I'm surprised how many is going and didn't read. I read like 1 or 2 chapters. Didn't care for it. I forget who did this. But I'll probably come back to it if it's not axed in the next like 4 weeks. But it might be getting out of there. The Dark Doctor Ikaru. I'll put it in C. It's good. Kind of like Undead Unluck, the main character. He's a doctor. That's not like Undead Unluck, but the doctor, he wants to die, and he's trying to find ways to die. He's got a sickness. Everybody in the world has a sickness that does something crazy, and his is like unkillable. So it's really cool the way they use his dead body, his undying body to fight. Like somebody like hit him with a baseball bat that had a chainsaw on it, and used like the chainsaw cut through his body and also hit another guy who was like unable to be hit directly or something. It was cool. It was really dope. The Elusive Samurai, I'll put it in A. It's really good. Some of the best art in Jump, easily some of the best art in Jump. It's by the guy that made Assassination Classroom. It's a kind of history piece. Some of the events happen in real life. I think they kind of like change the things around a little bit, so you can't like go and read a history book and know exactly what's going to happen, but like it's really good. You should check it out. Like I said, art's crazy, combat's crazy. It's like tactical and stuff like that. It's really dope. The Game Devil heated up, man. Probably like 2 months ago I would have probably put it in D, but I really like it. I'll put it in B. The art's unique. They use like the 16 or 18-bit art style, and like it's like a reverse isekai, but like a video game. A video game world is coming to the real world, and when people get hit or die, they like become part of that world, and they go from looking like real characters to like the video game characters, and it's crazy. Excuse me. You should check it out. It's unique, and it's in Jump Plus, and it's got like 30 chapters now. I think you'd fuck with that. Wait, actually, some of these aren't even Jump Plus. So like Oshinoko is Young Jump. So is Shounen X. I'm surprised I just noticed that. I feel like I mentioned that on Twitter. But some of these are Young Jump. So like they need to update this tier list. But I guess whoever made this tier list just looked at Manga Plus. It was like all of these are either Young Jump or either Jump Plus or Shonen Jump. So some of these are not either. They just also happen to be on the app. Like this, like Owari no Seraph and Blue Exorcist are actually Jump Square or SQ. Yeah, some of these are not Jump or Jump Plus. But anyway, just bringing some knowledge to y'all, so you're not uninformed. Check out, just wiki this stuff, man. Like look up the different Jump magazines. Anyway, the Ichinose family's Deadly Sins, I will put it in B, even though I kind of dropped it. But that's like 20 chapters in, 15 chapters in. I want to wait and let it cook some more, because Taizan, he was cooking with his last series, even though it was kind of crazy. But excuse me, I need some water. But yeah, this one's dope. It's crazy. I don't really know how to explain it, but check it out if you're into, I'm not giving you anything to know if you're interested in it, but check it out. Whatever, what the hell. Vampire Pension, I think it's called. I'll put it in D. It's cute, it's cool, but this series had the crime of like taking a break like 3 chapters in, and like when a story drops like 2 chapters, and then like the next week is like a extra page, I just usually don't come back for a while. So I think this did that. But this like chick is a vampire, and she's trying to like run in a hotel or whatever for other monsters. And this chick, she's from a former like monster hunting squad that now that the war with the monsters is over, there's peace, and she's like trying to learn how to coexist. It's cute. It's cool if you're into that. I just haven't gone back to it. It's cool. This looks ass. I'm just gonna be real with you. I did not read. I'm just gonna put this in butt cheeks just because I opened the first chapter and dude's body was just the art was bad. That's probably the worst thing I could say for anything on here. It looked horrible, and I did not want to give it a chance. And normally I give everything a chance, but this shit looked horrible. It's time for Torture Princess. I haven't read enough. I read like 2 chapters. From what I read, it was fun. I think it's getting an anime actually, like real soon. I think you should probably check this out. It's a not rom-com, but it's a comedy. They're trying to like interrogate this princess. She used to be a warrior or whatever, and she's got her sword that talks. Demon lords are trying to get information out of her, but it's a hassle. Tokyo Underworld, for me, butt cheeks. Too edgy. Don't care. It reminded me of that rooftop brawl, kill each other series that was on Netflix. I did not care. I tried, bro. It was just too edgy. I was literally bleeding to death while reading it and just didn't care. Twin Star Exorcist, another Jump Square series on this thing for some reason. I'll put it in C. I want to put it higher, but I haven't read enough. I read like 15 chapters, and that was like 2 years ago. I heard some weird stuff happen lately, but I don't know, how serious it is. I'll peep sometime. Undone Unluck, man, I can't believe it, but that's going in S. Yu Yu is really good. It's getting an anime like next season. Negators. She's unlucky. Anything she touches has bad luck things happen to it. He can't die. Perfect combo. World of Negators. This is really dope. Anything in S tier, you need to read. Vibration Man, I'll put it in B. It's cool. I'll put it in C. It's cool, but it hasn't sold me yet. It's like I said, it's cool. Dude is trying to be a superhero, but his power is vibration, and for some reason he calls himself the Shaver Man. I don't know why. Maybe there's some Japanese reference I'm missing. Wild Strawberry, I'll put it in B for now. It's really good. Probably seen people make videos on it. I'm gonna make a video on it. Plants attacking people and getting in people, stuff like that. It's cool. Witch Watch, I feel like I should also put that in B. I'm behind, but it's really fun. I want more seriousness from it, and I think maybe it's been doing that lately, but I'm behind. But it's cool. Witch and Ogre, Bodyguard, Witch, blah, blah, blah. It's cool. World Trigger, I've only watched the anime, and the anime kind of drained me, I'll be honest. I'll put it in C. I want to read it one day, but it's like, I know it's a lot. You and I are polar opposites. Wow. A. No, I'll put that in S, man, because like this is one of my favorite like rom-coms right now, and I'm not really a big romancy guy, rom-coms or whatever, but like this one really hits for me. It's really cool, it's cute, and the characters wear a lot of cool and dope outfits, and it feels like this one really gets it as far as like the personalities and things that like high school kids actually do and say. Like you should really read this, probably more like over a lot of these, but like this one they really get it, man. They go on dates I mean, obviously if it's a rom-com you're gonna go on a date, but this one they just really get it, man. It's dope. You need to read it. This Yumeko Dreaming of You, I think it's called. It's horny. I put it in butt cheeks because I'm not like, unless it's like got something unique to me, I'm not gonna care about horny stuff. Yeah, Ayakashi triangles here. Yeah, it's just like The author is just every week just dropping like splash pages of girls in like swimsuits and stuff, and it's like, I mean, yeah, whatever. One Punch Man, I guess I'll put that in S just cause it's One Punch Man. But yeah, man, so here's my tier list. So let me see. Would I change? Okay, yeah, I'll move some stuff around. I'll put this there. And I'll put, man, this is crazy because dandadan, if you know me from like when dandadan first came out, like I was like massive dandadan fan. This is hard. Like this, I don't do tier lists, because, or I don't normally rate stuff because now you're making me choose like what's the best out of these, and like these are all equally amazing in their own way, and you should read all of these in S. I'll leave Chainsaw Man at A for now. I feel like that feels good. I'm not gonna move these around. Osamu, she deserves it, baby. Wild Strawberry. We're gonna move. Where's Black Clover? Black Clover's gonna stay in C, along with Boruto. I'm gonna put her up though, cause she move out of there. Let's see. Vibration Man. Yeah, I don't pay too much attention to the positions. Like, unless I say something about it, who cares? Game Devil's cool. Witch Watch cool. Oshinoko don't care. My Hero is just something that I've just progressively cared less and less about, and it's kind of crazy. But yeah, I think this is gonna do it. S tier is really the only tier. S and A are the only ones that really matter here, and Osamu and Blooming Love. It's crazy to say that because I can't say that like only S matters and that only A also matters, but they're like Osamu is one of my favorites. Like I'm probably gonna cry when this ends next week, like dead ass, because this shit is really fun. And Imagine Lumiere, bro, this shit is really good. Like B tier has some quality. B tier has some quality. And then C has Blooming Love and stuff that I wanted to be better. But A through B, big money. S through B, big money. S, top dollar. Saichi is the hero. She will save your life. Yeah. So that's my tier list for Jump and Jump Plus. Hopefully I didn't take up too much of your time. Hopefully you guys don't hate me for all the rambling. I'll probably do more tier lists like this. Let me know below in the comments what you think about my tier list. If you disagree with any positions, any tier, levels or whatever. Let me know if you agree where you think some things should be, and what other type of tier lists you'd like to see, because I'll probably do more of these, honestly. This is kind of fun. But yeah, man, thanks for watching, and I'm about to go play Destiny because a new season just started, and that's what I'll be doing. So holla.